our names. So when they call us to staff meeting, instead of begging, I told the senior housemaster, you be a houseboy in my house. So I didn't beg. Yes, senior housemaster, Mr. Darko. I told him, I won't beg you. You. I'm a grandchild to the first Ghanaian moderator of the Presbyterian Church, Reverend S.S. Odonko. Yeah. Growing up in Adraka, then my mother was a nurse and my father was a car salesman, but a very jealous man for that matter. So people go to the hospital, my mother, nursing, it's about love and care. So when they get well, they come, say thank you to my mother, become friends. But not doing all the time, my father was kind of stalking my mother, jealous. At one time, he pulled a knife on my mother's friend, and my mother said, I can't take it anymore. That's about in the mid-50s. So my mother asked for transfer that he can't stand my father anymore. They should transfer her to Tamale Hospital. But we ended up in Sunyani Regional Hospital because Kwame Nkrumah by then has seceded Bronga-Apple from the Ashanti region. So we had Bronga-Apple region. So I started day nursery in a place called Boainkoko at Sunyani.
So there was separation.
Yeah.
Dysfunctional home.
Yeah, not a divorce. My mother was still maintaining Mrs. Alice A.P. Odonko because she said she can't go through the trauma.
But there was a separation.
That's right.
How many were you?
We were 4, 1 woman, 1 girl,
okay.
3 boys, yeah.
So were you all staying with your mother? Or
yeah, I was staying with my mother.
All the 4?
Yeah, at Sunyani.
Okay.
Yeah. So from Boainkoko, went out to Sunyani Experimental. My mother was a very religious and prayerful woman. And then we come to holidays in Accra to my father. People tried to patch them up, but my mother said, no, she can't. But they had not separated entirely. Then, from Sunyani, unfortunately, my mother went and stood as a member of parliament in 1970 election. And Bronga-Apple, if you should, most people, you are young, but was a stronghold of Dr. Buzia. And my mother, coming from the Volta region, was standing on the ticket of NAL, that is K. Bedema. And people were giving my mother false hope, you win, you win, you win. But my mother was trounced, not defeated, trounced. That means they beat you beyond imagination.
Fear
she
delegates.
Lost big time.
Fear delegates.
Yeah. So we were there. A policeman came one day with a motor rider and said, well, Buzia says you have been invited to Accra. After the policeman left, my mother was weeping. We have to go back to my mother's village called Leklebidapo. We went in the Volta region near Hohwe. And my God, in 1 week I became like Lazarus. There's this animal called Intumwa, the mosquito-like zebra. Mm-hmm. They don't give malaria, but they can bite you until you go up your head, yeah? Though in the school there, village school, I chopped but I said, I was young, but I said, if I continue here, because I chopped beyond. Then my mother got an appointment.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. We left Adido, Leklebi, LA, local authority primary school, to where my mother got an appointment at Adidome, Presbyterian Hospital as a matron. Yeah, she was promoted from nursing sister to matron. But one Sunday, whilst my mother was praying, she started weeping. Said she saw some sign like lightning. Remember your Sabbath day and keep it holy. And my mother went to work and she was brought back in a wheelchair. Not quite long, they took her to Agogo Presbyterian Hospital. And my mother's cousin, or my mother's sister, the eldest daughter, at that 4th July, 1971, she was beating me. My two elder brothers were in school at Hokwe EP Secondary School. But this, my cousin, elder cousin, was beating us. Not quite 30 minutes. We heard Joy say, Mama, whoa, here was my mother. And that day, I didn't know that's an important light on my life. They brought my mother wrapped at the back of the car. And we took my mother to a village. And then we buried her at Lake Lebi Duga, 1971.
What time did you come back to Accra?
Yeah, after that, my mother's sisters wanted to keep us so that they can keep my mother's properties. But my father would not have any of it. And we came back to Accra after the funeral. And till now, I've never stepped foot in that. My mother has got a house and everything there, but I don't really want to know. So we came back to Accra. My father was a single parent, but he has children from every region. He has a Hausa child, he has this, and then he has children that can make a football team, about 11, apart from the 4 of us. And Adbraka is like Harlem, very rough place. And they took me to Adbraka Presby. That place too, I was chopping first. So I sat for common entrance at Form 1. First time, bam, I got it. Kufrodia, Ghana Secondary School.
Ghana's.
Yeah. When I went, I was an SU member with Reverend Gordon Kise. I heard he has a church in Tema now. Oh. Very gentle. But when I got to Form 2, Form 3, the SU people, they started to bore me because their mode of dressing, you could see that these are genuine men of God. But, don't go there. You are afraid if you smoke weed, you go mad. So by Form 3, I started to smoke weed. And when I go to the dining room, they say, Musho don't go nini wahayo, then I'll be feeling good. Yeah. Don't go wahayo. And then authorities, me and them. Every day problem. One day we went smoking the weed, and then they chased us and went to escape. Then we went playing at Anansi Chrome Pop Chain in Accra here. That was around 1974, 75.
So you learned how to smoke weed in secondary school?
Yeah. Anansi Chrome, I played the guitar so well that it felt like I was floating, but I had taken a tablet called LSD. LSD will make you see traffic light like 100 colors, even if you are crossing a road.
Oh.
You play the guitar and you keep playing. Wing, 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 wing.
You know how to play all instruments, right?
Yeah, I play guitar, I play drums, I play the organ. And then those days, we didn't have phone, but what they call rotary. Women gave me scholarship. Yeah, from Kofrodia, Ghana Secondary School, Viva Bugata. And yeah, when passing, the women will be giving me fans, putting letters on my hair that I have stretched. So I thought, well, the we and the LSD was something special. But when I went to Form 1, I'm not so good in mathematics. My ambition was to become either a pilot, a doctor, but because mass fixes are mandatory when it comes to pilot or being a doctor, I said, let me go do law and journalism. But lo and behold, one of our weed smoking gangs was busted, and then they asked him whom he smoked the weed with. He mentioned our names. So when they called us to staff meeting, instead of begging, I told the senior housemaster, you be a house boy in my house. So I didn't beg. Yes, senior housemaster, Mr. Darko. I told him, I won't beg you. You be a house boy.
You be
a house boy in my house. So I don't need you. I won't beg you. I won't go on my knees. So one came out and said, oh, don't go. What have you done? So we went for indefinite suspension. But my father had connection. I went to Achimota.
So they took you to Achimota from
Yes, and repeated. Achimota, I have to go to Workers' College and forge my testimonial because my testimonial said Odonko has a questionable character, should be talked to seriously. So if anybody sees this, they will not take you. So I have to go and pay some money and forge it. He has a very good character. He helps in house activity. So I became a bad boy, even at that, yes. So from Achimota to the art master's daughter there, the man has warned me, stay away from my daughter. Stay away from my daughter. But lo and behold, we were caught at the cockroach block, not in the act of it, but, the girl had a very luscious lips and, we kind of, yeah. So from there, I did
you
well.
Were caught in the act.
Yeah, not really into the act, but the luscious lips was too much. I could not resist it, Yeah. Though I was good in act, yes. And what saved me was I was very good in literature, English, history. And even at Motown, Motown, we have East and West campus. I was on the East, and I did very well. So I went to Kwabotwe for my lower and upper six. There too, we matter, but then to go to the university, I didn't really want to go to the university. So I did a few courses at the GNA, Ghana News Agency, and they offered me appointment at GBC. But then the people at the GBC at that time, if you see James Amati with his big guarantee, and he has a good voice, but big guarantee. And I was writing what they call stringing. You give a story to somebody, he also give it up. So he was making...
So they'll publish a story for you.
Yeah.
So you write and you give it to
under your pen name. Then I got this appointment with the BBC.
So you got appointment with BBC?
Yeah,
as a kind of stream.
Yes, as a journalist. But then I was not on mainstream television like Comrade Dumont and things. But then I write stories for them. So when you write stories like a stringer, you don't make so much you are not so famous like today.
So who introduced you to BBC?
A guy who was a Nigerian guy. I've forgotten his first name, but then his last name is Nwozu. I think John or Joseph Nwozu. Yeah. And BBC, after they wanted to see the one who was writing the stringing. So now they wanted to give me full-time appointment. But
BBC.
Yeah. So I was on probation. Then lo and behold, what Pastor just said. Somebody said, oh, Charlie, let's go to Accra Girls.
So you were here in Ghana or you were in UK?
Yeah, sometimes, UK is a pepper country. So I can't stay too much in UK. Yeah, so I was here. But sometimes I go to UK 2 weeks, 1 week. But then I was here in Ghana. Then a friend said, we should go to Accra Girls to visit the sister. And yeah. When we got to Accra Girls, out of the girls' dormitory, I saw this girl that I would describe as the most spectacular creation yet to have come from the rib of Adam. Yeah.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that for me?
The most spectacular creation yet to have come from the rib of Adam.
Can you explain? Yeah. I want you to explain it.
What I call a seductive brilliance of a woman. Yeah. Her lips were so inviting. She had the Coca-Cola shape. Her walking was not, she had this not tentative walk. Yes, slow, at a time that say, I'm going to win this girl.
Hey.
Yeah. But here was the BB brothers. They were coming with their cars in police rat. And there was this Awudu. His father had left him money at that time, 76. Articulator like 20. But then in 1 week, his brothers had stopped schooling. In 1 year, his brothers had stopped schooling because he could not speak English. And Accra Girls, when you go there and you do your hair, there's a problem, they will give you name. The women will hide in the dormitory and will be teasing you. I didn't have a car. I said, I'll win this girl.
So after seeing her, you just want to win her?
Yeah, because I invited her out to Black Caesar and Keteke. She wouldn't even talk to me. Then somebody told me, hey, listen, in this world...
The first day, did you speak to her?
Yeah, I'm a very brave guy. I spoke to her, but she just talked me. Then a friend of mine told me, Charlie, in this world, first you get the money, then you get the power, and after you get the power, you get whatever you want. That's the way it goes, yeah. So, I had the opportunity to take we abroad.
So you were rather thinking about how you make the money?
Yes, to just impress this lady.
Wow.
Not to impress myself, not to impress the president of Ghana, to impress this lady. So I took the risk. And
so who introduced you to the we?
Yeah, a friend. I said I wanted money, so I was a courier, like career.
Okay.
And 24, every airport in Europe is busy. Yeah, they let you go. And
but then you've traveled for quite some time, so you understand.
I've never carried way before.
But you've been going
yeah, but then my man had contacts. We were about 8 careers. 24. You go Tuesday, you leave Accra, and then Thursday back. You bring your money. They give you like $2,000.
How did you pack the weed, and how were you able to carry it to London?
Yeah. You package it with this thing they use in making the block. It becomes flat, like half the size of a Bible. And then you put it around. And the women, they put it here, the thighs, between the middle of the breast. Because the Italians, they respect women. They are predominantly Catholics. So they don't touch women's body. And the airport is so busy that people are going on holidays. Time. Yeah. And Kotokadia is so easy. If you give them a video deck, they will let you pass. So
it started from those days.
Yeah.
After bribery didn't start today.
No. Yeah. After about 4 trips for somebody, I say, wow.
So you go, who do you sell these drugs to?
Yeah, you get to the airport, somebody meet you, he takes it, pay you,
then the next day you're back to Ghana.
That's right, yeah. And you come, you start flexing. First, I came with golf, but the golf did not impress. How much did you make
from the first trip? Tell me.
How
much did you make from the first trip?
I made $6,000. But you see, with drug business, the more you say, if I get $6,000, that's once and for all. But you start to look for more. Ooh. And we have sent, the dogs will send you out. So when I got in contact with cocaine business, you take small, big money. And then
so you did how many trips with the
I made week trip about a year. Then BBC Cry said, come on, you people keep your job. I didn't even tell them I was leaving them when I started dealing with cocaine. Ooh. And then I came with a car, so beautiful. I asked the girl, do you have a passport? Now she was...
The same girl?
Yeah, Accra Girls. I went there.
What car was that?
They call the car DMC-12. It's only 2 in Africa then. Mobutu Sese, president of Zaire, today Congo, and myself.
Only 2 in Africa?
Yes, and that is where they gave me the name candy wine. You know, candy is sweet, wine is sweet. 2 things blend together. So I took this girl. We went to shopping.
So the day you went with that car,
yes,
she was ready to go with
she
you.
has not seen it before. She herself came. They said, "Come back, darling." You know that song? Come on. Money talks, but it walks, you know? Yes. Money is power, yeah?
Power.
Yeah, yes, sir. Oh, she came, and even her friends were coming on me, yeah. I made a passport for her, took Swiss. Swiss visa is very difficult, but I got it. That cross, red cross. Took her, we slept in Sheraton. Grand Sheraton is $1,500 a day.
$1,500 a day?
A day. We slept there for 14 days.
Tell me, which year is that?
1979, December. Oh. Then I brought her to Venice. Venice is on water. And then the light reflects on the water, and it becomes like diamond, kaleidoscope. Then she put her head, he said, "Candy wine, I love you." I said, "It's my pocket." Yeah.
Money is talking.
Yeah, money is talking. Yeah.
Wow.
Because apparently I have style more than my competitors, like I would do. I have style more than the BB Brothers people. I buy 7 rose suit, $2,800.
Wow.
I buy Rolex chronometer, date chronograph, automatic self-rewinding bevel, with crown with diamonds, yes, $5,000. I tell her, "Whoa, take whatever you want." We go to Milan. I did shopping for her. I brought her to the fashion capital of the world, Paris. Even Paris, when you are walking on the street, it is perfume scent. Yeah. So beautiful. Perfume, wine, and we drink Dom Perignon, the most expensive champagne in the world. Yes.
Wow.
The club that I go, the Saudi monarchy, their last born called Mansour. When he enter, nobody enter again. Everything on the house. You pay for everything for everybody in the club. I say, "Come on. Thank you for your drink, but I can afford my drink." Yeah, that's right. And you can't, what? You see the level. And then I flew her into Concorde. Concorde. Yeah, Concorde, that plane with the face like a bird. Even the last Concorde has been grounded because at that time, Concorde, when you are flying from Fiumicino, Italy, to JFK, was $4,000. Sometimes, the first time we flew, it was me, the lady's mother, the lady's aunt, who were the only 4 people who were black people. Yeah. Everybody was
so you
either...
took the family to...
Yes, on holidays. We went to sleep at Waldorf Astoria, 5-star hotel. Yeah. In near Central Park, yeah. And then we go to a club. The club looks so much like this place. So nice, yeah. The only difference is that under the club, there is an aquarium with fish. You know, they have put something like tiles, but glass tiles, so you think you are even falling on the dance floor because there was this fish swimming under. Then small time, the lady will come and look at me. They say, "Candy wine, you know, my parents they love you so much." Then I told myself, "Your parents, it is my pocket. They want it, not yourself." Yeah. Ooh. So when I come to Accra, I don't use car beyond 3 months because people think I'm broke. Taxi and trotro, they forget it.
So when you make money like that on a trip, how do you spend the money?
Yeah, drug money, easy come, easy go. And I go to the filling station, which was Shell in my area there, and then I give out.
You give out money?
$100, $100. So I went to Calvary Baptist There was this pastor there, Alfred Williamson, black American. And then this lady, she convinced me about 1 year before I decided to follow her to church, 31st night. Then standing with my Nike canvas, Nike was 42 pounds then, and then my Levi's, Levi's is a very expensive jeans, the way it fit out, then my Marlboro cigarette, and I was just about a few meters from the auditorium smoking my cigarette. Then the usher came. They were three. Yeah, please, your George the Saint is coming now. I said, what the fuck are you to come and tell me about my George entering the auditorium? Look, this is money. This is dollar. This is cedis. Call everybody, including your senior pastor, make line. Everybody, come and take $100. Come on, come and take 100. Then he said, may God have mercy on your soul. Yeah. But then I thought, when I walk like a tennis ball. You see, when you have money, you walk and you are bouncing. Yeah.
Even now when you're walking, I can feel that.
Like you are bouncing, yeah? So, the money was coming. I didn't even plan in building something because...
You didn't do any property?
No, because MP for Asamankese, another solid man called Alesaji, he put up a building where President Kufuor now lives for 2 million cedis. And they brought it into the paper that how much does an MP make that he should be able to afford a house for 2 million. It was a nice house. So I said, let me wait. So I got 4+ there because when they bust you drug, they will seize your property. They will confiscate it. So the idea came. Somebody told me, Charlie, let's go for Punjab. Some juju man did the old man. If he do juju for you, they could never bust you.
Before we get there, I want to understand this.
Yeah.
Your first cocaine deal.
Yeah.
You told me you have deals with this man called Pablo.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you did that particular deal. A Ghanaian, flying all the way to Colombia to all this place to go and do cocaine deals. Tell me
I met Pablo's. The Americans were hunting Pablo. But Pablo makes close to $800 million to $1 billion a day. Pablo was dealing, even Pablo
Which of the Pablos? There are a lot of Pablos.
Pablo Escobar. You call him Don Pablo Escobar from Medellin Cartel. May he rest in peace. They said he was a killer, but I don't see him as a bad man. He was a principled person. This is a business.
Did you meet him one-on-one?
Yeah, sure. And I was going to be his full-time lieutenant before they gunned him down on the 23rd of December, 1992, and they wasted him. Even today, people buy plot, they are excavating, they see $400 million, $800 million.
Ooh.
Yes, because Pablo, he stood for MP, they disqualified him. He sponsored presidential candidates. In his hometown of Medellin, he break down all the wooden slums and put up cement building. People go, he has a foundation where they pay school fees, they give you job, but they give you 2 options. Either you get lead or you get gold. That means if you want to work in the factory, making singlet, bicycle, and you get some moto or some golf, you can work in the factory and make some quite comfortable money. But if you want to work in the drug factory where they make the coca, from the coca leaves to the cocaine, then you never have to cross. Because Pablo won't take, I'm sorry. Because one mistake from you can cause the death of about 100 or 1,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you get to know him? And what was
True,
the process
he
like?
has a lot of informants. He has a lot of henchmen. And they realized I was brave. I was young and brave, yeah.
They call you from Ghana?
Yeah, no, I met them in New York, yeah, in a club. Yeah. You see them with their Rolls Royce, their Bentleys, and then somebody I know from Colombia, and he introduced me, and we went to India, Punjab. That's where I went and took the juju. But prior to that, I have gone to Cochabamba, deep in the forest of Colombia, to go and take the drug. Yes.
So how much were you having for this particular drug? Let's say, as you were moving to that place to go and get these drugs, how much were you having?
On me?
Yes.
Yeah, I had close to about $85,000 to $90,000 when I talk about where I sleep and things. But the drug, I moved, and then through Guinea-Bissau, repackage it into timber. We're going to make
drugs into timber.
Yeah, we're going to make $85 million. And my vision was to buy a private jet, Bombardier, or twin-engine Cessna. And that time it was cheap, $2.5 million. And my share from that deal was going to be around $37 million. Yeah.
So how are you packaging this particular thing in timber?
It's so easy. You make a hole like V, and then you put it. Yeah. And the timber can take a lot. You make it front, and then you put it back. Use a kind of carpenter glue, so it looks normal.
So you make a hole inside, package the
and then you put
and seal it.
Yeah. Then you put the wood back, and then you put the carpenter glue, push it back, and then it becomes like normal. You won't see.
So they will see you as a timber dealer.
Exactly.
But then you're pushing drugs.
So when I went to this old man, I went to Punjab, Sir Paramondo. This old man was about 90 years with a long beard, with gallant. You know, he gave me water from the Ganges River, the Indian Holy River, and then a ring that I've never been busted or arrested before, though I've been in drug business for 4.5 years. But when I was going to clear my timber in the west coast of America, that is California, not knowing they have been watching my lifestyle. And when I'm moving drugs, I don't go with women. I don't go with a woman's family. I go alone. Yeah. So I was going to clear my timber, not knowing CCTV cameras were watching me. Wow. After they busted me, drug is a felony, not misdemeanor. Drug don't have appeal. It doesn't have parole. I had about 8 lawyers, 6 white lawyers.
How did they busted you? Tell me. How did it happen?
Yeah, you go, you get your workers to start cutting the timber to extract your drug, but there were hidden cameras, you are not aware. And then when they make sure that you are caught in the act, when the exhibit is brought from the timber, suddenly you hear, freeze! You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say will be used against you in the law of God. Freeze, you raise your hands. If you try to put your hands in your pocket, they will kill you. They will shoot you down. And I was assured by my lawyers that, you get away. But we have what they call plea bargain. You sing like a bird, but I was not going to sing and then betray somebody. So I have to give them stories which were not true. At the end of the day, they jailed me for 30 years.
30 years?
Yes, and I was just at the doorstep of 30. And
you're around 29 years by then.
Yeah, I was around 28, 29, yeah. And then after caught in and out.
I was told you came to give your father money.
Yeah, one Christmas I came because he was living in his father's house. Oh, I came Christmas because I can't stay in a family house. When I come to Accra, I stay at Ringo Hotel on the near bus stop. Today, I think it's a bank, SSB. Then I came and gave him $5,000. He said, I told him, well, you aren't not going to work. Yeah, you are not going to drive that old Fiat Campagnola. Fiat Campagnola Jeep, the type that they use in going to kidnap and kill the judges in 1982. I'm going to get you a brand new Mercedes-Benz car. Then I said, I don't know what you are doing. I sent you to good schools, yeah, and people are gossiping, stories that you are a drug dealer and things. I don't need your money. Take it away. I say, you don't need my money? Well, I'm not going to stay in my father's house like this, and I'm not going to stay in a family house like this. If you don't need it, too bad. Then I share the money for the maidservant, the watchmen, the people around. Yeah, all the $5,000. Yes. It was pocket change for me then, $5,000.
Pocket change?
Yeah. And I put perfume. If I'm going to give woman money, I put perfume. Not tulale, I'm talking about chorus perfume. Even the Chinese cannot make imitation of chorus. And when I go to Golden Tulip, and I'm going to sleep there, it was then Continental Hotel. I put some where the woman would kiss me, my thighs, my neck and things. Yeah, because I told you I have taste and I have class, yeah? If I wear something and I see somebody wear it, I'll give it out. Even if I bought it for $1,000, I will give it out because...
So if you're wearing a shirt in town, you meet somebody wearing it, what will you do?
I'll just give it out because I cannot wear football jersey in town. No way. Not candy wine. Yeah.
Not candy wine.
That is the difference between 12 and a dozen, yeah? Right.
Tell me, what's the difference?
Yeah. 12 means continuity. And then dozen means cul-de-sac. When you get to 12, you go to 13. That is infinity, continuity. Yeah. But then a dozen, you have to break. Dozen and one. That is cul-de-sac. No thoroughfare. That's the end of the story, yeah? Sure.
Wow. So tell me, have there been any means of you helping other people? Like people who
I help, because when I come and park the car, about 10 people will come. Godfather, then I share. Not the type as Samoajan do, take money and throw it. People scramble and get injured. No, you make a line, and then I give $100.
You make a queue.
Yes, $100. In my hotel at Ringway Estate, when I lie down, it is dollar. When I wake up, the dollar sticks at my back. No, it is called the all-powerful greenback. You know, the American dollar has got it's green, so all-powerful greenback. It will stick at your back.
So you sleep on the dollars?
That's right, yeah. And this lady, no wonder I met this lady I flew Concorde with. I took shopping, 217 or 218. Somebody said, Pa, the way you have grown lean, let's go, let me buy you some food at Papaya. I said, better you give me the money. He said, yeah, I'll give you money, but let's go, let me buy you Papaya. I was window shopping at Osu. Then I had candy wine. Then the friend was like, hey, Baba, are you not afraid of the old beggar? He said, you call this man an old beggar. This is my boyfriend. I showed you the pictures. Ooh. The one who took me and flew me with a Concorde. Then the friend was like, hey, what happened to him? Did he get AIDS? He said, hey, we are system. This is life. Yes. Wow. And
so the same woman that
I flex
you,
yeah, and
do drugs,
yeah,
make that money fly with her.
35 to 40 years ahead. Let's say, fast forward 35 to 40 years. Yeah, the woman was dashing me $200, 200 Ghana. If I wish the ground would open for me to disappear. Work done, zero. After all the flexing, after all the cars, after all the shopping, it turned out that you were not pleasing anybody. She's there, or they are there for your pocket. But when you develop holes in your pocket, they develop wings like butterfly and make themselves conveniently unavailable. That's what happens, yeah. And right. When they call you, darling, when the body is there, darling, sugar, candy wine. When you get broke, you become ginger. Yes, that is it. You become pepper. Yeah.
Tell me your experience in the prison.
Yeah. This San Quentin is a very tough prison. That's why Obama closed it down. First, they take you to Chino. Chino is like a pre-trial prison, like they've taken you to Nima police station, though it's not as dirty as Nima. But when they take you to San Quentin, about a mile to the prison gate, they call it slammer. You get diarrhea. You see the gas, tall. Then somebody will announce, you are in San Quentin Maximum Security Correctional Center. Here, do not entertain the idea of escaping. You will fail. Actually, people have attempted to escape from San Quentin, but you will none has succeeded so far until the prison was closed down. Then they went and put me into a cell with a madman called Bedman of Alcatraz. He will be lying down, not talking to anybody, and then just staring. He won't talk to anybody. And already he has tried to jump one prisoner and jump one guard. And he has a 6-inch knife hidden in the cell. And he said, well,
they put you in the same cell?
Yeah, motherfucker African. You want to bring drug to come? He's a pedophile. You know, people who rape children. Yeah, that's right. So you want to bring drugs to destroy our people, right? All right. When the lights go off, I'm going to sodomize you. And if you have any objection, well, I'm going to run this through you. True enough, when the light went off, he made his move. But not that I had juju. I wasn't so skinny, but I've never been a fat person. We struggled, and while struggling, the other inmates at the other lane, they were playing cha-cha. They were waging. Oh, he will fuck him. Oh, he can't. Oh, he will. By the end, I don't call this murder or cold-blooded killing. It was self-defense. I took the knife from him, and I cut him 17 good times. In the morning, they brought his body. They came for his body out of the cell. Yes, because I couldn't have made him to defy me.
Wow.
I would have been defied.
How many years did you spend in the prison?
Yeah, I spent 15, but then I started begging God. You know, when trouble comes, that's where you get close to God. Yeah, God, I won't do it again. Oh. I won't do it again. Oh. But then after making 9.5 years, I've sold my things in the prison, some of my gold chains and things. And then
so you went in with your gold chains and stuff with you?
Yeah, they are my property. Yeah, so after I found myself depressingly in the neem trees of Kotoka Airport.
So you started selling your things in the prison?
Yep. And then Kotoka Airport, now I didn't have money. When I come out...
No. How did he sell them and how much
do you sell in the prison?
Prison. Yes. The name is a prison, but in actual fact, it's an criminal institute of higher learning. You can get everything you want in prison. Oh. Yes, even in Sawamiel, you can get everything you want.
How did he sell it? Tell me.
Yeah, there are people there. Yeah, they are ready to give you something you bought for $5,000. Yeah, people who can buy it for $800. Yeah, because you don't want to go out to do painting and things like that, or to go and work like prisoners go and do. No. But then Christmas, they give us wine, they give us turkey, and you can say today, if the food is bad, you can say you will eat it. You route, they will change the food. So I sold them. I came out, Ghana, and now I started selling.
The day you entered Kotoka, you got down.
It was so depressing, yeah? To see the neem trees of Kotoka. You think it is in some village airport. Found myself in Kotoka. I was dodging the little money I brought, like $1,800. I didn't want to come to town, but then I needed to come and sell my Rolex watch. So I came to Side Jewelry and sold my Rolex watch. When I got to Atraka, the people saw me, "Hey, Godfather, Godfather." Now I say, "You people don't know what is happening in the Dodowa forest." Me, for once, I'm broke. Oh, yeah. Then I started to sell boosters. That is boosters, small. Yeah. That time it was 20 cedis.
What are you saying? What is boosters?
Boosters, that is cocaine packaged into, how do we call it? Fuel, cigarette fuel, small, like boosters, small.
Give it to them.
Yeah. But I was not using, I've never used drug, though I've taken ganja, LSD, but then I've tried cocaine in the powder form once. But then that was it. But heroin, no. Oh, I was supplying and selling to the American Marines at cantonment. Thank God it's Friday. The guy who gives me didn't have, so he introduced me to a guy around Adraka there.
So when you came there, you started selling drugs too, as you used to do, not in that quantity, but in that small...
I was not a small-time retailer. I was a big-time dealer.
Okay.
But now I didn't have the money, so I'll go and buy like 2 grams and tie, small, yeah. And the guy went, I gave him around, let's say, 50 Ghana then, which could have bought about 4 grams. Not knowing the guy has gone to buy paracetamol and then really mash it. So when I went and gave it to the American guy, I was lucky. I've given him good stuff for quite some time. He said, "Don't give me this bullshit anymore." I tasted. I saw that it was paracetamol. And I went and then got him a good thing. But me, myself, I had this policeman friend at Accra, Newtown, who was giving me to do sell and pay, but not the quantity enough for me to travel with, but to do pepelina or boosters. I was testing it now, The very first day, I vomited or threw up.
So you tried
to
start taking it?
Yeah, to test it. I became a guinea pig for it. But after about 2 months, I started feeling very bad. Stomach ache, like rheumatism, feeling bad. So I had some hidden under my carpet, but I said, "Oh, maybe I smoked too much, so I wouldn't touch it."
Why did you decide to start taking it?
Because if I don't take it and somebody gives me paracetamol, how will I know?
Oh.
Yeah. So to test it, the very first time it was nice, like you are kind of floating. That is coke. No more, you don't snip it as a powder. You cook it with bicarbonate of soda. It becomes hard, like crystallized, like salt. And that one, you can hit like 100 million within a matter of 1 hour. Yeah, on a bunker. Oh, feeling bad. I went all over. I thought it was malaria. Then I went to my policeman friend. He said, I didn't hook you. Monsieur Intimi hook me. I said, who say when he prince you? Ulatima dot no ayema. Uhurimu prince you. You can yawn within 1 minute like 5 times. And you can't walk straight. Then this man from nowhere produced some. And then when I took it for about the sickness that I thought was malaria for 3 weeks, that started psychological, physical enslavement.
So the police officer was the one who gave you again?
Yeah. He works at the police laboratory. When they bust drugs, they make exchange. And I was addicted for 28 years. I slept with a madman at Tudu. I wear jeans and it becomes so dirty. I've not bathed like 1 year. My jeans become... Yeah, you are afraid if you bath, the drug will wear off. And I have cheated people in town so much that I could not sleep in the house. They will come and catch me to police, and
Where were you
Koteki will
staying
catch
after?
me.
When you came back, where were you staying?
First, I was staying not in a proper hotel, guest house. But how long? About 2 weeks, the money was finished. That's why I started to sell pepelino or boosters to survive. And then now I was addicted. I sold the I went home and loosened my bed and sold it. I had a nice bed, American bed. You won't see the wood, but I sold it. Yes. Everything sellable, I sell. Now there was nothing to sell.
Why were you selling them? You were not having money?
Of course. And I was addicted, and I didn't have money. Nobody will give you for free. Yeah, so you have to sell. I sell everything, anything sellable. I go to my family, my sister, her chains are there, anything I can steal, I will steal it, much against my conscience, but out of desperation, I will take it with big regret. But
so when you get to that point that you can't do anything again, you start feeling that...
cold turkey, it follows you to your dream, even if you sleep. You dream that somebody is giving you the stuff. You take the stuff, it's not the real thing. You wake up, you see your stomach, your knee, you feel bad. It's the worst form of pain and discomfort you can feel. Yes, because I was even on admission at Kolebu when I tried to kill myself the very first time, when I found myself.
You've tried to kill yourself?
Yeah, I've tried 2 times to kill myself. And because of cold turkey, the drip was hanging here with the needle. Mm-hmm. I took the drip, put it. I wasn't wearing shoes, with my pajamas. Where are you going? I said, leave me. It's my own legs. I had a heptal, excuse me, and I went and sold the oheptal. Fortunately, there's a medicine called petidine, which they use in chloroform. They use heroin to make it. When I realized that, this one, they give you 8 hours always. But that one, they give you IM, intramuscular. Then I got the report from a guy who had returned from America. He said, you don't have to come to Tudu. Put it through the drip, the side, and then get the vein. It's like the real thing. Yeah, 2 dozen. I finished it within 2 days.
You put it where the drip is?
Yes, where the drip will pass into the vein. Yeah, because looking for the vein is very difficult. Then you press the needle. Then you see that your tongue will become very dry. Because it goes to the heart, and then the heart distributes it like a midfielder. Yeah. Oh, I was in Kolebu, still getting high. We were 42 people in the ward. I was controlling the ward. Yeah. So now my addiction had become big like Gloga, like a bucket. Yeah.
Why did you decide to kill yourself?
Yeah, you find yourself at the top and suddenly you find yourself down. Like the way you are so handsome like this, suddenly, God forbid, I see you wearing not even chalibote. Chalibote I will have. Yes. It is worn, half. You have worn jeans. Blue jeans are turned into black leather, shining. Yes. And you are lying in a madman's kiosk. When the madness comes, madman has got some contact with the moon. That's why they call them lunatic, because they have some connection with the lunar. He comes and says, Charlie, you say you get money before now you broke. Go. Wow. Then you'll be walking the streets of Tudu around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You don't even know where you are going. Your spirit is down. There, you see that.
So you begin to have suicidal ideations.
Yeah. You realize that all that glitters is not gold. But then there's a saying that you cannot exercise the past. You can only learn from it. You cannot exercise. You cannot bring back the past. You can only learn from it, because destiny is not a promise. It's a quest. Yeah.
How did you try to kill yourself?
Yeah, the very first time I saw an articulated truck, But we have got suicide completers and suicide attempters. I was desperate, and I was only a taxi driver, and they had come to arrest me, send me to cells. In the morning, the turkey was so much. I've not been without heroin for close to about 2 years, and this is the first time. And now everybody was neglecting me. But I wanted attention. When I saw the articulator, though I said I wanted to die, when I saw the articulator, I said, so I made the articulator pass, and then I threw myself on the smoke. Actually, I wanted to die, but I didn't want to die.
You gave yourself to the smoker.
Yeah, you can't eat your cake and have it. I wanted to die, but I didn't want to die at the same time, So at least the smoker, my 2 legs got broken, but I was in the hospital. People were rushing to visit me. Attention came, yeah. The second time, I took Valium, 12 milligrams. That time, it has attract. It was too bad. I wanted to really go, but the Valium didn't work. I thought it has expired. I gave it to a cat. Instant death, yes. So I realized that stop fighting God. And people that I least respected, like a guy, an old man who used to come and beg me for money at Ringo Estate Hotel. He came with his 2 children. Oh, Accra, Unkorano, school fees, so Ataria Crow, who said no munya on Pabuapo Mushebi. Now told the children, the man's wife was there. You see, your father is a failure. He comes to beg a young guy like me for money. Then the man's wife said, Yenko, Asema Okachre Korano. Then the man said, Okasai Nimpo, why? Then I gave them 200, the children 200. Don't be a failure like your father. I'll take 200, take 200. Then I gave the man himself $1,000. As for the woman, I didn't give her a peso. And the children today, one is working at EcoBank. He's a big man. And then the second one is working with the Well Health Organization. He's also a big man there. So the things we say sometimes it comes back to, big time. It's one of my biggest regrets. Yeah. That is why I'm saying it. If I don't regret, I wouldn't say it. Yeah. The things we say